What actually happened? Enter, wazzah 555. He stands 7 feet tall, broad-shouldered and handsome. Rippling muscles spread manfully from his huge frame. Wazzah wears a simple monk's robe, beneath which a massive, flowing bulge can be seen. He is in every respect the epitome of an alpha male, in the flowering prime of his manhood. Wazzah 555 strides down the dusty road willfully, for he has been called by the Pope to his great chapel. There, unbeknownst to him, wazzah 555 will receive both a well-earned Nobel Peace Award and knighthood for his many honorable exploits against the Weebu barbarians in the south. Orphans play about wazzah 555. He smiles at them, radiating purity and sympathy. Orphans, Mr. Come play with us. You look like you could be so much fun, and definitely not a pedophile or sexual deviant in any way. Wazzah 555 raises a gentle hand, smiling lightly, in a completely platonic way. Wazzah 555, please, fair children, I am busy today. Tomorrow, I may have time to make merry, but for now, I must make haste. The church has summoned me, and I am due to be there by nightfall. The children give a great cry of disappointment, yet wazzah 555 quiets them with his booming, hearty laugh. Wazzah 555, fear not, little ones, whom I cherish dearly, yet have no sexual interest in whatsoever. For though I cannot stay and frolic with you, I have with me delightful gifts from all sorts of wonderful, grown-up places, come and see. With this, wazzah 555 draws from his rustic robe a simple haversack. The leather bag was in fact filled with wazzah 555's own traveling rations, yet he kneels happily, distributing all that he has among the squealing and clapping orphans with a saintly smile. Orphans, oh! What wonderful edibles! How grateful we are to you! Please tell us, blessed sir, what is your name? Wazzah 555 smiles at the children, without any form of sexual context whatsoever. He begins to speak, but is cut short. A harsh, unpleasant voice barks sharply. It comes from behind wazzah 555, around a bend in the dusty road. Wazzah 555 turns, and stands, hearing the beating of horses' hooves. He shepherds the excited orphans to the side of the pass. Manister, a member of the king's moderator's court, drives his trembling horse at a terrible pace. He whips them mercilessly, for he has been searching for wazzah 555. Manister was driven into a jealous fury when he heard of wazzah 555's future Nobel Peace Prize and knighthood. He sought to sabotage wazzah 555's good fortune in any way possible. At Manister's flanks are 2 riders upon black horses. Both keep their faces hidden behind hooded cloaks. The trio pounds the dust as they gallop at a blistering pace. Manister, Requiem, you stupid horse! I have to reach HTE court by nightfall or I won't get any hentai for supper. We gotta find the wazzah. He's gotta come this way. Manister and his horsemen round the corner, nearly trampling the orphans. Manister immediately recognizes wazzah 555. Manister, dollar-top you idiots! Manister checks his panting mount, and inspects wazzah 555 and the orphans. The children stare at him with wide, fearful eyes. Manister leans toward the closest child, grinning wickedly. Scaring children is one of his favorite pastimes, outside of counting tax money. Manister, nice balls nigger. The child blanches, and tears begin to run down his cheeks. He scurries behind wazzah 555. Wazzah 555, good evening, lords. Might I ask where you are headed on this lonely road? Manister, fuck you, bitch. I hate UKYS. You under arrest, by order of His Majesty High Court. Wazzah 555, excuse me. I don't understand. I have committed no crime. I was traveling to the church by the request of the Pope. Manister curls his lip in contempt. Manister blow me knut. Don't talk back. Prepare you anus, donkey boy. Manister gestures to his cloaked riders, who dismount and approach Wazzah 555 menacingly. Rider 1, oh. Rider 2, ow. Wazzah 555 frowns, glancing at the children. From the minute he saw the horsemen, he knew them for what they were, weeaboo champions from the south. Why such creatures would be in consort with a member of the king's court, he knew not. Wazzah 555 reaches slowly for the hilt of his unmatched and legendary blade. Wazzah 555, Manister, what is the meaning of this? Your allies stink of anime. Such filth are not allowed beyond the boundaries of the kingdom. The riders begin to hiss and whistle angrily, like tea kettles and serpents. Rider 1, oh. Rider 2, oh. Manister, hew fool. You stupid. HTE King stupid. Everyone real stupid. Everyone is allowed to their own opinion on what tea like. With powerful ally like this, I see en rule whole world. Hew. Manister gestures to his veiled riders. Ascendancy _Oma, Xenos _Arts, attack. Ascendancy _Oma, oh. Xenos _Arts, oh. The terrible weeps close with Wazzah 555, intent upon his life, shrieking for blood. The orphans scatter, fleeing to the forest for succor. Wazzah 555 stands his ground, scowling. He wishes for more space to maneuver, yet he is all that stands between the monstrous weebs and the orphans. He dares not to leave them to the murderous intent of the enemy. The battle began swiftly, pitched and terrible. Wazzah 555 was outnumbered, and armed only with his legendary blade, Anime Sucks. As metal beats upon metal, Wazzah 555 is slowly driven back, toward the shadows of the forest. Sweat gathers at his brow, for he is outnumbered, and his opponents are both renowned in battle, deadly in their own rights. Manister, you're kill HTE stupid big dick boy. He trash. Wazzah 555, seeing that the orphans will soon be in danger, surges forward with such speed that it was amazing to see. He picks up the closest weeb to him, and hurls the unfortunate creature through the treetops. The remaining weeb, seeing the tides of battle turn so suddenly, shrieks to the heavens and leaps from its cloak, growing into a terrible dragon with an insubstantial body like smoke. Rider 2, OWO. The ground trembles and pitches wildly. Cracks snake deafeningly through the forest. Trees topple to the earth, ruined. Manister blanches, trembling in abject fear. For though a traitor he was, the poor man did not until know the nature of his bedfellows. He was naught but a greedy moderator. Weeboos, merely a small denomination of the great host of the servants of evil, could twist and disguise themselves at will. Such monsters had no interest in Manister, with his temporary gold and prestige. Their kind seeks ever to take and devour, destroy and tear. Rider 2, OWWO. A mighty river of searing flame leaps from the great dragon, and the sky grows pale. Even the lofty clouds are driven away. Such is the power of the strongest weebs. See how Wazzah 555, the lone knight, quails not. Even before the terrible beast of dread, he holds aloft Anime Sucks and gives battle. The clash was deafening, as both sides drew together in a swift and deadly rush. Anime sucks flashed. The weeb roared and beat the air with vast wings. Wazzah 555 leans upon Anime sucks, panting. Blood runs down his handsome brow. Before him lies the corpse of the terrible weeb, slain at last. The unharmed orphans return from the forest, singing the praises of their mighty hero. Wazzah 555 turns to them, smiling as best he can through the pain of his wounds, and no sexual attraction whatsoever. However, such a wholesome and platonic sight stirred not the stone heart of Manister. Manister, recovering from his terror, rises from the ground, for his horse had been driven to madness by the mighty dragon, and fled. He spits in disgust. Manister, FKN hacks, 1v1 me in Roblox, loser. He cackles wickedly. Manister, you had better hurry along to HTE church. Did you think I had only one plan? Fool. You will see how cool I am, my faking scrub. With this, Manister turns and flees down the road, terrified of Wazzah 555 and his mighty sword. Wazzah 555, leave me now, fair children. I must be going to the Pope, for he will be expecting me shortly. Orphans, O valorous knight. We could not allow one such as yourself, wounded for our sakes, to walk all the way to the city. Wait for us but a minute, and we will fetch you one of the swiftest steeds our village has to offer. For once the viceroy of our village sees the corpse of this terrible dragon, he will surely give you far more than this out of the gratitude of his heart. Wazzah 555, very well, I shall wait. I thank you for your kindness, sweet and tender children, that are not sexually stimulating in any way. The orphans run swiftly toward their village, leaving Wazzah 555 for a short while. Soon they return with the village viceroy. He leads a sleek, white horse. A powerful steed who could outrun even the swiftest swallows of late summer. Viceroy, my. Look at the great and terrible weeb. We saw the pillar of fire of our village, but I never expected to see but one man standing over the corpse of this monster. We are in your debt, kindly knight. Wazzah 555 leaps upon the animal, and exchanges courteous words with the viceroy, and explains his errand. Wazzah 555, I must ride in haste, for the Pope must not be kept waiting. Farewell, dearest children. Courteous Viceroy. Live happily and well for many years to come. Viceroy and orphans, we love you, Wazzah 555. Wazzah and his new steed storm toward the Pope's cathedral. They arrive before nightfall, just as the first stars began shivering in the deepening dusk. Wazzah 555 checks his horse at the gate. He frowns suspiciously. The cathedral gate, once a place of song, gardens, and welcome, stands silent and cold. The flowers are all withered, and a deep, stinking smog hangs over the church. Wazzah 555 draws his naked blade. At last, a clump of guardsmen appears behind the bars. Wazzah 555 does not recognize these men. The familiar and cheery guards that held the gate in happier days were gone. They are of the proud and violent race of the South. The Southerners had been displaced by the dark armies of the Anime Lord and his creatures of terror. Most frequently, they could be found enlisting their swords in the kingdoms of the North and East. Enter, Captain of the Guard. He is a broad and swarthy man, distinguishable from his men only by a red plume at his helm. He studies Wazzah 555 grimly. Captain of the Guard, that is the man. Seize him. Wazzah 555, gentlemen. What is the meaning of this? I have committed no crime. I have been summoned here by the Pope. Captain of the Guard, I know nothing but my orders, Sir Knight. Ye must put aside your sword, or perish. Wazzah 555, if by relinquishing my blade, I may speak to the Pope, then I will gladly comply. Captain of the Guard, yes, I am to take you to him. However, the nobleman Manister was to be your escort. I do not see him. Wazzah 555, I met him upon the road. I was attacked by weeboos and he fled. The captain of the guard frowns deeply. He was slow to trust other men. Yet the race of men in the south have ever despised anime with a fervent passion. He notices Wazzah 555's wounds, and decides to trust the handsome, wholesome-looking knight. Wazzah 555 hands his sword to the captain of the guard, who accepts it graciously. The two pass under the gateway, and enter the cathedral. Wazzah 555 is flanked by 20 armed guards. The guards bring Wazzah 555 to the Pope's chamber. He pushes aside the ancient oaken doors, and enters alone. Wazzah 555 is stricken with grief. The Pope, a man that he knew to be a cheerful man, looked wan and sick. He leans sadly in his ornate seat, and does not notice Wazzah 555 until he calls. The Pope starts. Pope, Wazzah 555. It gladdens my soul to see you again. I wish only that we could have been met under happier circumstances. For though at first I had summoned you to receive honor, and a Nobel Peace Prize, I now have no more power than an insect. Wazzah 555 begins to speak, but the old man raises a hand. Pope, you are hereby excommunicated from the Holy Mother Church, Wazzah 555. Wazzah 555 turns pale, much to the sorrow of the old Pope. The man leans forward, and a shudder runs through him. Pope, alas, a dark day. Forgive me, greatest and most honorable of knights. I have been given but this one task, for the kingdom is no longer mine to help. I am but a puppet of anime now. My son. My son. They have taken my boy. This country is in the grasp of the enemy, Wazzah 555. The Pope glances about the room, his eyes wild like a starving man's. Pope, I do not see that moderator, Manister. Perhaps he has been destroyed by his monstrous consorts. That foul traitor. God has ordained that I could speak with you alone. I ask if you this one favor, for I have nothing to give you in return. Save my son. My only son that I cherish in my old age. He is being held hostage in catacombs under the cathedral. A great beast of anime looms by him, and will kill him if I disobey them. Wazzah 555's face is darkened by anger. It is a terrible wrath, one that shakes the entire church with its huge presence. Wazzah 555, you have my word, Pope. Wazzah 555, come out, you foul monsters. I will not stand for slinking, cowardly spies. The Pope blanches, and screams in terror. Dark, oozing shapes of anime slither from the shadows above his throne. The old man runs to the side of Wazzah 555. Wazzah 555 is surrounded on all sides by anime. They snarl and hiss, snapping at him in the dark with burning eyes. Wazzah 555, alas! I am unarmed. Still, I will give the bards reason to remember our names with these my only hands. Run, Pope. I will hold back the enemy. The Pope watches Wazzah 555 tearfully, then runs from the chamber. Anime closes about Wazzah 555. Anime, OWO. Wazzah 555 whirls about the dark ring of anime, hurling blows with the strength of an ox. The anime is dismayed, shrieking in horrible wrath, yet dispute its vast numbers, they cannot bring him down. As wazzah 555 fights, the Pope runs down the ancient corridors of the church with all of his waning strength. Gasping for air, he reaches the captain of the guard, who blinks at him in surprise. Pope, bring anime sucks with you, and swiftly. Anime is in the cathedral. Wazzah 555 is alone and locked in fierce and unequal combat. Hurry to him, The captain of the guard shouts to his men. They sprint towards the Pope's chamber. Hot blood runs down wazzah 555's face. Twisted corpses of broken anime lie all about his feet, yet the hordes of evil seem endless. The captain of the guard and his men enter the room. The captain throws anime sucks to wazzah 555. Captain of the guard, by His Eminence the Pope. What is the meaning of this madness? To wazzah 555, men. The anime has returned. Enter, Hentai, the dark anime lord. Hentai claps slowly, emerging from tangible darkness. Each impact of his hands ringing among the swirling darkness and heresy. The anime retreats behind him. Hentai, a giant that stands over 30 feet tall, glides across the church. Terror broods beneath his vast cloak, and the men behind wazzah 555 quail. Wazzah 555 senses that he has met a formidable opponent. Hentai, magnificent. At last we meet, Honorable Sir wazzah 555, bane of all my servants. I have come to destroy you at last. Wazzah 555, Hentai. Hentai, wazzah 555. The two draw together and give terrible battle that was amazing to see. Endless waves of anime surge from behind Hentai to assail the men of the god. Stone pillars and ornate tiles crumble and burst beneath Nick and wazzah 555 as they cross their fabled blades in the heart of the church. The sound of battle is deafening. The guard begins to become overwhelmed. Sweat beads on wazzah 555's brow. Darkness begins to fill the cathedral. Hentai, it is useless, wazzah 555. I cannot die. My hordes of anime cringe will blot out the sun. Wazzah 555, never. With a scream of metal upon metal, Nick's sword soars end over end, and buried itself into the cathedral floor. A spider web of cracks races away from the huge weapon. Hentai, impossible. Wazzah 555 approaches. Anime sucks shines brightly in the dark. Wazzah 555, when will you ever learn, Dark Lord? Anime never wins. The light will shine though despite all the smog you may vomit into the sky. Hentai, I am defeated. Name your price of me, wazzah 555. Wazzah 555, return the Pope's son. Hentai, it is done. The Dark Lord snaps his fingers, a young lad appears at his side. He sees his old father, trembling in the doorway, and flees to his robes, sobbing. Hentai, kill me. I have at last had my long-awaited taste of defeat. Wazzah 555, pick up your sword. Hentai heaves his cursed blade from the floor, and the two draw together in one final clash. Anime sucks flashes through the night. Hentai falls to the floor, cloven in two. Holy fire blazes from the fatal wound. Anime shrieks, dismayed at the fall of their mighty lord. They flee the cathedral in a deafening rush of black wings, never to be seen in the northern kingdoms again. Enter, Guy Fry. Guy Fry, wazzah 555. It's me, Guy Fry. That was incredible. You have saved the entire kingdom. I am so impressed and proud of you. wazzah 555, thank you, Guy Fry. I have admired you for many years. Guy Fry, yet I admire you even more, wazzah 555. I've travelled all the way from the west to come and be your squire. Wazzah 555, that's wonderful news. Asterisk all present are warmed in their hearts as wazzah 555 and Guy Fry kiss in a completely non-homoerotic way, as a symbol of knightly companionship. Pope, it's over. You've saved the kingdom. How can we ever repay you, wazzah 555? Scurrying footsteps echo in the hall. Someone is running toward the center of the church. Manister bursts into the room, panting. He gasps for a while, then straightens, leering at wazzah 555. He flourishes a scroll, limp and soiled in Manister's sweat. He laughs cruelly. Manister, look, wazzah 555. You faking a tard. This whole time I been running to CHTE King. I told him what a bitch you and TH Pope are. He banished you both from OFTD Discord forever. Wazzah frowns at Manister, and he quails. The document does indeed bear the king's official golden seal. A wail rises from the Pope and his son. The guardsmen scowl. Wazzah 555 sighs deeply. Manister gestures to the entryway. Pikesmen in the king's livery file into the navel of the church, surrounding wazzah 555 and the Pope. Pope's son, father. Pope, what is the meaning of this? Manister, fuck you STF you old bitch. I'm in charge no or. Wazzah 555, Pope, both of you tfo forever. I'm the best, hew hew hew. Wazzah 555 simply smiles, looking profoundly into the beauty of the church. Even the Kong's soldiers shed tears for his plight. Wazzah 555, come, Guy Fry. Let us be off. Someday, I may return, but this is goodbye for now, dearest Pope, loyal guardsman of the church. Everyone besides Manister, farewell, wazzah 555 and Guy Fry, his loyal squire. You're both way cooler than Manister in every way. Guy Fry and wazzah look deeply into each other's eyes as they leave the ruined church, and step into the sunlight. Guy Fry, no homo. Wazzah 555, no homo. A new adventure begins, as an ancient evil is defeated, as destroyed. Who knows what wrongs and monsters wazzah 555 and Guy Fry, his loving squire, will lay low.